Hey guys, freaking wall dog. I just slept for like 4 hours and I woke up. I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like, where am I? Where am I? Who am I? What's the situation right now? And like I turned on my, uh, I laid in bed, just like thinking about existence or whatever, and then I turn on my phone and I see myself right now. I'm like, am I even a real person? Like who's that guy? What is he doing? Well, like just so many questions. You ever have so many questions that have you ever had so many questions that you're just satisfied with questions instead of answers? It's like my brain is like that. It has become that. Just just more questions into questions, and less more questions than there are answers. And it's freaking like 10 o'clock, 10:30 or something at night, and I'm like, I just don't care. I'm like, I want some coffee. I'm like, I've got some coffee, and I got some coffee and brought it with me, because I knew that at some point in time, one at one point in the existence of time, somewhere, at some time, someone named Flippin' Walldog was gonna want coffee, and then I realized I think about my coffee, and I'm like, where's my coffee? Just more questions. And I'm like, yes, I remember now. My coffee. It's in a trash can, a wastebasket. Why is it in a wastebasket? Then I think at some point I thought, it's in like this little, it's in a paper cup that dissolves, and it's freaking coffee, right? So it's gonna spill everywhere. At some point in time, it's going to just disintegrate into a mess. So it is placed carefully within a wastebasket. And I think to myself, why would I want my coffee in a wastebasket? Why do I want trash can coffee? What brand? What kind of marketing do I want? What kind of trash can coffee? What would it taste like right now? Is it still there? Has it dissolved to where it is no longer in the cup? How do I get the coffee? What do I need to do to get out of bed to get that coffee and drink trash can coffee? And why does that sound so good right now? And then I think to myself, or I thought, it's like time is like askew. Like my perception of time is like it's just questions and back and forth, where it's like beginning and end. It's just It's like more questions. And I thought to myself, why do I want to dance? What why do I want to why do I remember wanting to make videos where I was like I had my lights and the dancing. Why do I not care about my music? I thought about how producing my music and dancing would be the ideal, but why does that not matter right now? I just want to dance. And why do I not care about how I'm dancing? And then I remember I'm a vampire and I can just do shit. Just magical shit. Uh, why? Why is my skin so glowy right now? Why am I doing it's like I relax my brain and instead of finding answers, my brain just more questions. Just so many whys. Just what I could just make noises right now. I could just go woo, whoa, 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 whoa. And it has an effect, but why? Does it have an effect on me? Does it have an effect on the person watching this video? Does it have what is the effect of me as a viewer of this video? Because I'm watching it right now, and it's like time is back and forth. Flipping why? I'm like, I don't even know where I put my vape. Why is my room dirty? But like it's like dirty, but not too dirty. Why do I care at the same time not care? Why is my room appropriate? Like it's like appropriate but not too appropriate. There's like not like too much weird stuff, but there is weird stuff. And but like to a point of where it's scratching an itch on like inside of me of like how it should be. And why would I not care about it's just so many flipping questions. No. I don't know where my nicotine is. I feel lovesick. I feel like throwing up a little bit for no reason. Why? That trash can coffee is sounding better and better. And like it sounds more the coffee sounds more attractive the more my brain lingers on the question of why trash can coffee sounds so satisfying. Like there's a meaning there. Like my brain is just more preoccupied on the meaning of why it sounds so good and the implications, the reasonings as to why that feeling would arise within me. There must be all those other extra things. Just like keep going. Why? Why does my arm look weird right now? Like I'm looking at my arm, I'm like, why is it so freaking weird? Why am I so freaking weird? Why do I pretend not to be a vampire? Just so that I can question long enough so I come to a realization that I am a vampire. Why do vampires exist? Am I just a vampire? Am I other things too? Can you become other things by being something magical in the first place? And the answer is, I think so, yes. You can be other things. I have no idea. Why is life this way? Why is my magic getting more powerful? Look how flippin' glowy glowy I am. I have so many followers. Why don't I hang out with any of them? Why have I spent so many years in a state of confusion just to peer backwards in time and forwards into time to know where I'm going? And how can you know where you're going but not know where you're going at the same time? Why? I want my freaking trash can coffee. I want to dance. It's flippin' Monday. It's still Monday. I fell asleep. I feel like I just woke up from a. I don't even know. And now it's still the same day. Why did I go to sleep at freaking 5 o'clock? It's like 4 or 5 o'clock. But why is my head like all the spiritual stuff I'm thinking about? It's like I'm not thinking about anybody, but at the same time, I know that the vampire inside of me is thinking about other people. Well, I like to presume that to be true. I like to believe that the spiritual side of life, the spiritual craft is being completed or to a point, just like my bedroom, where it is like dirty but not too dirty. That my spiritual life is being fulfilled but not too fulfilled. And that it's some spiritual force which I have control over but not too much control over, is fulfilling and doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing, but not too much. And why would I want that? Why would I want my spiritual life to be just like my bedroom? Why not? Flipping, flipping Batman. Not that. What did I say? That I was thinking Superman, and I was thinking vampire, and I just came out with freaking Batman. Freaking like, you know what I want out of, like, I could say so many things. I got so many feelings when I hear the word Batman. But the only thing that I really want to talk about Batman is the thing he throws is called like a batarang or something like that. A batarang. And like, do I want a batarang as a weapon? No. I want a batarang that is made out of foam that somehow returns to my hand. It's just foam, right? And not used to actually do what it's supposed to do in the freaking whatever. There's so many versions of Batman. Like, I just want to be able to throw like a frisbee. I want to be just alone in a park in a field, and just throwing a batarang. Every time I catch, I go hee 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 hee. And I may or may not want someone walking their dog to may or may not, notice and say, huh, wow, there's a there's a guy that kinda is Batman, but not too much, throwing a batarang that's a batarang, but not too much of a batarang. who's enjoying himself, but not too much. And he's going, wow. All right, well, I'm somewhat amused, but not too amused. I don't know what's going on. He looks like he's having fun. And I've got my dog here that is a dog, but not too much like a dog. It's not a feral animal, but also it's not just scared. It's not just listening to everything I say. You know, it's got a mind of its own, but it's not too independent. And this leash that I have with my dog, you know, it, it, it it's useful, but not too useful. I mean, I don't not like the leash that I'm using for this dog. That's not too much like a dog. It's this. So I'm walking, but not walking too obviously by myself, looking for entertainment. Watching a not too Batman-looking person throwing a not too bangerang. Bang. That's what. By the way, that's what I would call my batarang. I'd call it my I'd call it my bangerang. Wally, we need you to come into work today. I said, I can't. I'm at the park bangeranging around. Wally, we really need you to freaking work. I can't. I'm working so hard on my bangerang. I got a bangerang. And like it was so funny that like the person calling me into work or calling me somewhere to hang out, they're like, I know exactly what he means. I know exactly the feelings he's having right now. Not too many feelings, but enough feelings. And so many questions. Where the heck, where the, where the heckin', what in the flippin' flips, what in the flippin' spaghetti monster heckin' heck, where is my trash can coffee? My trash can, I don't even know why I call it a trash can, it's a wastebasket. My wastebasket coffee. I gotta shorten it. I gotta shorten the, you know, like it's not an acronym, but it's like a, I don't know what the right English language word. Instead of a wastebasket, just call it like a, something ridiculous. A waste, combine two words. A waste receptacle. A, a, a wasticle. Where's my wasticle coffee? I need my wasticle coffee. I've been talking about my bangerang too much. Alright, y'all, we get going. I gotta flip and flip. I gotta flip the flip out of here. Gosh darn, holy vampire. Got a weird looking arm. Alright, bye.